I talked yesterday about the release of Grand Theft Auto 5 and how Ed Schultz held up a copy of the game the day after the shooting that took place at the Navy Yard in Washington, D.C., in part blaming that and other violent video games for the violence. And we rejected that completely, saying there's no academic evidence that suggests video game violence or movie violence causes people to commit violent acts. Well, we have now learned that Grand Theft Auto 5 earned $800 million the first day that it came out around the world. 24 hours, $800 million. Absolutely incredible, Lewis. If you compare it to some film releases, the top three earners this year at the movie box office are Iron Man 3, Despicable Me 2, and Man of Steel. Man of Steel made $663 million. Grand Theft Auto in one day, $800 million. Of course, Grand Theft Auto costs a lot more than it does for one ticket to Man of Steel. And I have to tell you that this is really starting to be another one of the ways that gun groups are distracting from the reality of the gun problem. For a while, it was we need mental health databases, which we discussed are somehow implicitly racist in a way. And now there's been a number of other things as well, gun-free zones, etc. And now they are starting to turn their attention to video games. So we should expect this to continue. I got a voicemail actually about the video game thing, and I want to play that for you now.
Hi, David. Love your show. I just wanted to thank you for actually defending video games in spite of all the anti-video game hysteria. I find it funny, and I never hear anyone bring up this point that video games have been invented in the 70s, and in that time have grown exponentially more popular, more realistic, in the case of violent video games, more graphic.
Right.
And yet, everybody knows that between the 1970s and now, overall violence has gone down. And
it has. Now, here's the thing. To play devil's advocate, violence could have gone down since the 70s, even with violent video games, but you could make the case maybe it would have gone down even more without them. So just the fact that violence has gone down doesn't really prove any kind of causation there. But that being said, we just don't have any evidence that suggests video games actually make people violent. And it's just an amazing amount of money, Lewis, for a video game to make in one day.
It is. I hear the game cost about $160 million to make. But you know what? They consistently put out great games, so I think they've earned it.
Absolutely.